Hello everyone. In this one, excuse me, I just ate. Yeah, no, that's attractive. I thought I'm gonna give my thoughts on Brodus Clay making his debut for anyone who would care. Um, okay, the thing about Brodus Clay is he's an okay wrestler, but that's the problem. He's too okay to be taken, well, A, seriously, and B, as a potential main event guy. It's just, when you look at a guy like Brodus Clay, you look at his build and you're like, oh wow, he could be the next big thing. But the thing is, when he starts wrestling and even his whole promos, if you go back and watch them on NXT and all that, he's not good. He's very subpar at best. Now watch, that said, I say this now, but within a month I'll change my opinion and just be like, oh, Bruce Clay, he's one of the greatest guys wrestling right now. But, I don't know, I think at the end of the day, you gotta look at it for what it truly is, and what it truly is Brodus Clay just, to me, he doesn't have the it factor, and I don't see him being a major champion at all, ever. He might win a few mid-cards, maybe a tag title run here or there, but he's not going to be a major champion, at least soon, you know? Could that change within a few years? Definitely. It depends on the landscape. If he comes in and blows the roof off the building and that momentum just keeps going and going and going, then you know what? Yeah, he could be a major player. But that's the problem with Brodus, is that you don't know what you're getting from him. And, the dude can steamroll his opponents like no tomorrow. I'll give him that. But it's just, he's going to need something to get over more. Whether if it's some kind of manager or something like that, I'd go for it. I'd give him a very dark kind of manager, though, to where, like, Undertaker had Paul Bearer, something like that. That's what he needs if he really wants to get over. He needs someone, I guess, in ways who can be a mouthpiece for him. And, as history will tell you, if you have that kind of mouthpiece, if you have any kind of mouthpiece, it will help you get over. It doesn't work all the time, but in Brodus Clay's case, I can say that, I think it would be very beneficial to him and would ultimately help him. So, let's just see what happens, and it's finally, after weeks and weeks and weeks of, John Laurinaitis being on his phone, saying, yeah, I know, bro, this you'll debut next week. Like, if I was Bruce, I'd be pissed and quit. But then again, he wouldn't get a job elsewhere. But not even TNA. Now, I'm just joking. But that's really what it is. Is that the guy has the look. He has, in my opinion, decent wrestling ability. He's not nearly the best, but he's definitely not at that bottom. I think he's just average. But then again, we've seen a lot of average guys rise to the top, a la John Cena. Even The Rock, I'll give you that. The Rock just made moves flashy, in my opinion, and he got to the top. Was he talented? Yes. Was John Cena talented? Yes. But there's a fine line between being talented and being able to wrestle. And John Cena can't wrestle. The Rock, well, he can wrestle a little bit more than Cena, but not by a whole lot. Brodus Clay, he can wrestle, just not to the fullest of his potential, I think. If you want to look at guys who put on wrestling clinics, not all of them are cruiserweights, but guys like Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, of course Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, you have all those guys, of course. I'll go out on a limb and say the guys, who you usually don't think of in that top echelon of guys who could really perform. Rob Van Dam, even. He's up there, yeah, but I don't think he's the first one that comes to mind. There's a whole bunch of names out there that could perform, but they weren't these huge muscular guys. And I think that's kind of Bruce's problem, is that he's this huge not muscular, but just a huge big dude, and he could have Husky Harris syndrome, to where, Husky Harris, they were really trying to push him, but the thing was, the fans just didn't care. And in reality, Husky couldn't really wrestle that well. Brodus, on the other hand, I think he can wrestle better than Husky Harris. But the question is, will the fans get behind him in any way, whether if it's in a negative way or a positive way? I mean, that's the beauty of the WWE universe, is that you don't know what you're going to get every single night. And I think it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So, what will happen with Brodus Clay? Who knows? We'll find out. Thanks for watching.